Hello, welcome to episode 2. I'm Raquel,
Woohoo!
and I have Alex here,
What's up,
and
y'all?
he's in that every week. So, last week was Santa Barbara, today is LA. Welcome, Alex.
Thank you, thank you. Yep, gotta change my hats, you know me.
And now that this is going to be on YouTube, I'm curling my hair.
Not me.
Okay, we had a good legacy call today.
That was fun.
I thought it was fire. Fire,
So
absolute fire.
yeah, so cool.
We
So
talked
wild.
about a few things.
Yep.
We talked about dialing in your website copy and only having your star photos and star portfolio. Again, the 2026 scaries came up.
Mhm.
Meta ads, now is the time because it's engagement season. Styled shoots, which is our main topic today, and the imposter syndrome trap of them. And then we got into more of like wedding planning questions this week, which was really cool.
It was
And
fun
we talked
listening to
about
that.
the flow of planning, and it was really cool because our community has photo, video, and planners, so we get to
Mhm.
hear the opposite sides of
Yep.
how we all work, and it's just going to be a bonus for you to understand how each side works so you can better position yourself in sales.
Yeah, 100%. It may as a photographer myself, it gets me to kinda spin my wheels, and then I ask you questions. I've known you forever, but it's kind of fun seeing that angle too, you know?
I know you don't really get to see the background, and then I'm, like, in
Right, right.
legacy, and I'm
Yeah.
sharing my screen, and I'm sharing how we do this process and that, and I'm really showing
Yep.
everybody in there, photo, video, and planners, literally documents that we're working on with our couples right now.
Yep, yep,
So,
yep.
it's
Totally.
awesome.
Cool. Yeah, and dude, some wins, right?
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Wins!
already.
Yeah,
It's so crazy. And, like, just okay, so some really quickly. So somebody launched their ads a week ago, maybe not even yeah, not even 7 days,
yeah,
maybe 7
yeah,
days.
last Wednesday.
I think
Mhm.
yeah, exactly. Already some inquiries and already a possible close coming up. Like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna close it. Well, actually, I mean, they already had a win because not even from an ad, they tried something different. They tried the techniques that we showed them when it comes to jumping on a call, showing up, how to present your services, the type of experience you provide,
Right,
and they closed it just because of that.
right. So,
And,
it was a
like, amazing.
photographer in the group who never did discovery calls. It was
Mhm.
just like, "Here's my pricing,
Yeah.
let me know if you wanna book." And Alex in the Legacy membership has an amazing leading the call video that I even watch. I'm tooting
Yeah.
your horn, okay? Beep, beep. It works. It's solid, and the photographer watched that video, implemented it, had a discovery call, went through all of the juicy details to land
Yep.
the sale, and boom, he
Boom,
landed
booked
it.
it. And then if this person lands this booking from the ads, their return on ad spend on that is gonna be 50 times return on ad spend. That's so crazy. Now, I gotta say that's pretty rare, but hey, it happens, and it depends on the seasons, but, it's pretty fun. Pretty
Right,
fun,
win's
good
a win.
wins.
I mean,
Yep,
if he didn't join Legacy and didn't watch your leading the call video and
yep,
did not go through setting up meta ads and us
yep.
on the Legacy live coaching call go through what is working with his ads, what's not, ready
Mhm.
to get published, let's go, he would still be where he was at 2 weeks
Yep.
ago, where he's like, "I don't have really much going on for 2026, and
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, and I have a family, and I have a new baby," and
Mhm,
right? And
mhm.
now it's like, "Oh my gosh, he's getting that momentum
Right.
and that, like, alignment of, like, being excited again,"
Yeah.
because you can really fall into that trap of, like, "Nobody likes me, nobody's inquiring with me, nobody's booking me," and then you get super negative, and then guess what? It's just that's
Yeah.
what it's gonna be.
I mean, I
So
still
it's
go
that
through that.
those little small wins that people are even clicking on the ads and going to the site and
Yeah,
inquiring is huge.
it's fun, and we see the data on the background, seeing how people are
Yeah,
reacting to it. And also the misconception, yeah, 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 people might be listening to this thinking, "Ads, okay, yeah, they don't work. Oh, it's for budget people." Dude, is this a budget person? No. Are you a
no.
budget person, Raquel? No.
What?
Oh my
But
gosh.
I've built my brand to not be a budget brand,
Yeah.
and I'm proud of
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, so last week we were talking about the myth behind styled shoots
Mhm.
and how so many people and coaches and the gurus out there are like, styled shoots are out. And if you've seen our Instagram posts lately, they're not out. It's just if you don't have a story behind it, and if you're not getting creative with it, you will get lost in the noise of how much content is out there already.
But Raquel, could I use those photos and say, "Look at the wedding that I shot"? Well, you know what I mean? It's like you don't wanna use those photos from a styled shoot and say, like, "This is from a full wedding, like an actual real wedding that I shot." I think
No, I
you
don't
can
want you to do that.
No, right? First of all, like, imagine if you reached out to me and you commented on maybe an image from a styled shoot. You reached out to me
Mhm.
and said, "That wedding looks amazing. How did you go about it?" Or whatever, right? And if I came to you and say, "Yeah, that wedding was in Italy and da 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 da," and then you find out it was a styled shoot, you'd be like, "Dude, I'm never contacting you again." And so I feel like there's
Right,
a
right.
lot of people out there
False
that are
advertising.
yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people are
Hey, but
doing
guess
this right
what?
now.
I still do styled shoots for Roke events, and it's
100%.
because I want here's a couple reasons why I do styled shoots still. I love design, and I love production,
Yeah.
and I love doing getting to know new areas of the world that I wanna work at. So, I
Mhm.
have now done 2 Italy photo shoots and 1 France photo shoot, and I'm not afraid to say that this huge team and I, with photography, videography, the models, the hair and makeup team, it is still a huge production to
Mhm.
produce a styled shoot overseas, mind you,
Oh my
where I've
gosh.
never been to the venue before because it was just opened like 3 weeks before. Nobody's really been. Like, that experience alone is going to help you better serve your clients when
Mhm.
you're doing real weddings. So if
Yep.
someone says, "My gosh, that wedding was so beautiful." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it was actually an amazing editorial that
Yep.
we did." The venue partnered with us, and we got to partner with some star Italian vendors, and our
Mhm.
photographer was from France, and it was just incredible. Doesn't it sound cool still? Doesn't
Yeah.
it still
Totally.
sound like, "Whoa, that sounds elevated."
Yep.
Don't dumb yourself down because you're doing a
Mm-mm.
styled shoe.
Yeah, and you're
It's
just
a
basically
partnership.
shown
It's yeah,
no, I was gonna
go ahead.
say, you're shown the capabilities, what your goods are, and how you curate everything, right? So for
Right,
planners, how your designs look like and things of that nature.
right,
Photographers, it's an opportunity to shoot something that looks elevated and you bring your own personality, your own approach to it and stuff, right? You know what's
right.
wild too is did you notice that previous to the trend of styled shoots, the industry was kind of in this, I don't know, this gray area of, gosh, we've done all the mountainy looking things. There's so many different looks that were happening, but then all of a sudden that luxury space for some reason was just part of a select group of vendors out there. But I think what happened is once styled shoots started to become a thing, reset the entire industry and also potential people that are looking to get married, they start seeing this inspiration and we saw
Yeah,
dramatic change and like everybody wants this elevated look right now. And I wonder if
yeah,
it's because, Vogue or a bunch of other publishers are actually featuring some of these styled shoots and it
sure,
shows, hey, this is in trend right now. This is what is really cool right now. And if you're getting married, right, and you're looking for inspiration from these publications, it's like it's spinning the wheels. Oh, that looks amazing. I want this backdrop. I want this look in Italy. I want this elevated
right,
vibe and feel. So
right.
I almost wonder if there was a point that style shoots actually brought the industry a little bit like set the do you know what I'm trying to say? It's like it
Yeah,
just
it
elevated the
raised the
industry
bar.
totally.
Yes, it raised the bar with the design, and some
Yeah.
people some couples are saying, "I think we've lost the narrative on what weddings truly mean."
Mm,
And I was just talking to a couple the other day, and they're like, "Yes, we have a $500,000 budget, but I really want the core of what a wedding should be like." And I
yeah,
see
yeah,
all of these styled shoots and these editorials, and I just want people, my guests, to resonate with the feeling that we're trying to provoke in
yep,
attending our wedding. I still loved that.
yeah,
So when you are curating styled shoots like the one we did in Italy, I still wanted to capture the story of love
mhm,
and the warmth. I think we get a little intimidated and have that imposter syndrome when we do see the wed and the lane posting, oh, it's a full mirrored table. And then there's like
mm,
mirrored metallic draping everywhere. And it's like a
yep,
single cherry is on the plate. And then it's art. And it's like, that is extreme art.
mhm,
That
mhm,
is there is a niche for that in the wedding
yeah,
industry. There's a niche for wedding planners and photographers who want to attract clients in that tiny niche. But if you
mm,
look at it, our couples are not in that lane. They are more over here. And so if you
yep,
blend the warmth and your art and your like for you, your shooting is so cool and funky and editorial, and it's just pair with a planner
yep,
who's like that when you do a styled
totally.
shoot, and it'll be beautiful, and you'll still have that story, and you'll still feel the warmth and the love. That's what I say about imposter syndrome. It's like, kinda like, don't look for a little bit and then design something that's, like, true to you and what your brand is all about.
Mhm, yep, heck yeah. So are style shoots still a good thing to invest in and look into and maybe
For
do?
sure, for sure, for sure. Now, for La Pearl retreats that we
Mhm,
have, and we have Palm Springs next week, and
yes,
I'm the designer of that. We purposefully keep the retreat size small for photographers and videographers because in this huge market, we don't want the photographers and videographers to be like, yeah, but there's going to be 30 other photographers and videographers sharing the same design. So we keep the retreats small. I keep the design funky and cool, or it just fits with the space, right? I
yep,
design something special and something unique for everybody to photograph in their own special way. But yes, I do think that styled shoots are good to add for sections of your portfolio. Like if you go
mhm,
to rokeevents.com right now, the big round circle that looks like it's in a church, that was a styled shoot in Italy. I'm
wow,
not saying that that's a full wedding, but that is a
mhm.
hero shot,
Yeah, it's a
right?
hero shot, right? Yeah,
You
exactly.
can use that. You
Totally.
can pepper them in to your Instagram, you can use them on your website, and you don't have
Yeah.
to claim that it is a full wedding.
Oh my gosh. I remember a couple years ago, you reached out to me and you said, "Hey, I have a client that loves these photos on your website. Like, what is that from? Whatever." And I told you, I said, "Oh, that's from a styled shoot that I did." Okay, they
Mhm.
want this. They want this style and this vibe. If I had
Yeah,
not done that styled shoot, I wouldn't probably you probably wouldn't even you probably would have passed me up because,
right,
the client didn't see that piece
right,
or that hero shot or something. You know what I'm saying?
right. You
Do you remember
never
that? I don't know if
know.
you remember that.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I totally do. You never know what is going to speak to that certain couple that wants
Yeah.
exactly what you designed,
100%.
right? And
Yeah.
if you're designing for from your heart and from, like, where you want your brand to go,
Yep.
you may be missing out on future couples.
Yeah. And now, so moral of the story here is yes, styled shoots are still in. Do them. Elevate your portfolio, especially if you're wanting to get into the premium markets. You have to show it. So it's a
Yeah.
sure, fast way of getting that portfolio. And, as a photographer, when you're on a styled shoot, it's not like we're just chilling and taking our time. No, dude, you haven't a lot of time for some of these things. So there's a little bit of pressure there. So you're going to be
Mhm.
challenged to work with others around you, with other vendors that are on the place. And so it's up to you to learn how to move and get the shots that you want. Maybe even think of getting shots for anybody else there, like the planners or other vendors, the florists and stuff, because they put their hearts and souls into the designs on that styled shoot. So you want to build that relationship. It's just such a great investment and opportunity. Now,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of styled shoots that are super expensive, some that are a lot cheaper, right? A lot more economical. And it just kind of depends on what you're willing to spend, like, yeah, okay, some styled shoots could be seven, $10,000. If that's gonna, if you can afford it, and if you feel that that's going to bring your return on investment, then fantastic. It just, for a lot of people, might take one wedding and you got your return
Hmm.
on investment, maybe two. I think you price yours so that you're not making a ton of profit on this. From what I kind of understand, it's like you're making it accessible for people because you want to help people out. You want them to have that
Yeah. And
portfolio and
guess
stuff.
what? It's good for my Roke portfolio too, because then I
There you
have
go.
access to all of this photo and video from all
Mhm.
the attendees. It's also a way to get in front of me at Roke events.
Yeah.
Right? So it's e La Pro Retreats is just really cool because we
Yeah.
have an education series. It's more like next week is going to be more of a roundhouse conversation. It is
Hmm.
not classroom style. There's no screens, there's no AV.
Yeah.
It's such an intimate group that we're going to have 3 of us speaking. It's myself, it's you, and it's Elise Morgan from France. She's literally flying from France to California tomorrow.
Wow.
And we really want to educate the attendees, and then we're gonna have lunch together, and then we're gonna go into the full styled shoot. It is such a great way to get to know people in the industry, get to know other vendors, shoot at an interesting, cool property, and
Hmm.
get in front of the Roke Events team. So, uh, no matter where you're doing a styled shoot, if you're part of a retreat or if you're paying to be a part of a styled shoot, can we just talk about for a second
Mhm.
your ego
Mhm.
and showing up with kindness and an open
Mm.
heart?
Yep.
You may think that you know like so much and you're really just there for content. But if you participate in a way and you offer, hey, Raquel, can I like take your picture? Like you're really looking cool in this light. I'm gonna be like, wait, what? You want to take my picture? Like you're seeing me?
Raquel loves
Like
her
what?
pictures, y'all.
Or just, like, being, a part of the community in a way instead of, like, sticking your nose up at the education part. You can't wait to just get the styled shoot taken and over with. We can all sense and feel your energy, so show up with, like, a happy, open
Yeah.
heart, and this is an audition. This is an audition
It is
for the
an
venue.
audition. Remember that,
It's
please.
it's an audition for to getting in front of, a planner like myself, and guess what?
Mhm.
I know so many other planners,
Uh-huh.
and I would love to refer
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
right? So I'm
Yep.
not just saying come to our retreat to, like, be in front of me, but it's just like a bonus. You get to shoot
Yeah.
one of Roke Events designs,
Yep.
and then you get to meet me, you get to interact with top tier photographers and videographers, how they got to where they are, what's working, what's not working, and then what you should do with the images from the shoot. It's just full circle amazing. And
Yeah.
I structured and created La Pearl Retreats to be this because I've been
Yeah.
a part of
I
retreat
can't
or
wait for
style
next
shoot.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for next week. It's gonna be awesome. Can't wait to meet Elise, awesome
Yeah.
photographer, and I'm sure
Yeah.
she's gonna be helping tremendously. So,
And
yeah.
guess what?
What's that?
She offered She's coming in early. I'm gonna fly in early with my boyfriend, and
Mhm.
she offered to take our couples photos, and I was like,
What? That's amazing. Okay.
"Yeah, I
There
wanna
you
do
go.
that, that's fun." See,
Mhm.
that's what I'm talking about, like,
Yeah.
even though Elise and I are really good friends, she didn't have to do that.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That's
She
fantastic.
wants it's 1, great for her portfolio. She's shooting
Mm.
more content than just the styled shoot. She's doing a
Mm.
couple session in Palm Springs when she's from
Yeah.
France. There's one. Yeah, it's a bonus for me, and I get really cute pictures with me and
Yeah.
my boyfriend. That's awesome, but it's more for her content too.
Mhm.
So, I would say, pending retreat, don't be shy. Ask if, like, the people creating the retreat or other attendees if, "Hey, I'm gonna offer, like, another little hour session for people." You
Yeah.
just grew your portfolio even further.
Yep. For sure. Well, it's super exciting. Can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. Let's see here. So, should we jump into any other takeaways from that call that we just had in our
Yeah.
coaching call?
I wanna talk about again, because this is a reoccurring theme here, is the 2026 scaries.
Yeah.
And I can give a little bit of my background of what has happened in the last week.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I was texting you and I was like, yeah, maybe it's just like my year to do less weddings, like bigger
Mm.
weddings, but less weddings. We have
Mhm.
legacy, we have the retreats that I'm super passionate about. And I kind of let the universe take control. And then
Yeah.
2027 inquiries. Boom, hit the inbox.
All of
Boom,
a
boom, boom,
sudden.
boom, boom,
Yeah.
2027. And I was like, are we just passing 2026 and going right into 2027? I'm here for it.
Yeah.
That's fine for planners because we sometimes plan 2 years in advance.
Yep.
Um, but it was a recurring theme for everyone on the call today that we are all not fully booked from
Mhm.
what we're used to booking in
Mhm.
2024 and 2025.
Yep. Totally.
And we talked about that it is what is going on.
It's
So
an industry thing.
be okay. But
Yeah.
what can we do in the legacy membership? What can you learn from this right now to set yourself up for more leads coming in, getting those discovery calls, implementing Alex's video called Leading the Call, and
Mhm.
then booking the sale?
Yeah. Well, first, I think knowing you're in a community of people that are all kind of in that same challenge, you understand that you're not alone.
Mhm.
And I belong personally to other groups and stuff, so we all hear the same thing. I have a lot of elite photographer friends and videographers that kind of are feeling the crunch too. So it's this industry thing right now, and we're all trying to pivot and figure this out and stuff. So yeah, I think we're just going through that season of we might have to reevaluate our what we kind of charge sometimes, and I wonder
Mhm.
if this is going to correct the entire industry a little bit. You know, people that maybe have been shooting for a year and all of a sudden they're kind of an influencer almost and they're charging 20K starting. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden they're not booking those 20K weddings anymore. And so they're,
Right.
having to shift down and stuff. I wonder if there's a correction that we're kind of going through right now because there's so many fantastic creatives out there that competition, yeah, it's kind of out there, and so we'll see. But the cool thing is, like, implementing the curriculum that we have, it just kinda well, it does help you look at everything from a broad spectrum and see where the gaps are, where I could implement and fill the gaps, right? And then also
Mhm.
advertising either organically or through paid strategies. That
Right.
just gets you to it just reaches more people in general. And then also when some I think people are dropping the ball right now in a few things the communication that their websites are given, although all the gurus out there and all coaches keep saying, hey, it's about branding, it's about your messaging, and it sounds redundant. But dude, we'll see some people come in and they're not showing it. So it's like really getting
Yeah.
clear on that branding. And I hate sounding like a
Right.
broken record. It really starts with that. Because,
Let's dive into that a little bit, because
okay, yeah, go
if
for it.
I was like a new listener and I was just like, okay, branding, the word
Yeah,
branding, marketing. What is it? We're not gatekeeping, right? Like we don't do that here. What is it? So we looked at a planner's site. It was beautiful, but
yeah,
we kind of tore it apart a little bit in the
mhm,
kindest way, because that's what we're here for, is to
yeah,
guide them to get
yeah,
better and position their branding and marketing to a place where the consumer can easily go to your site and understand what you do, what level of service you offer, what types of services you offer, and get that inquiry. Boom.
yeah,
So we went to a planner's site and it was gorgeous. I thought it was great.
totally.
I couldn't figure out what services she offered. And then
Right.
you didn't understand if they
She was a
were a
photographer or
photographer
yeah,
or a wedding
right.
planner, and so we just suggested super easy fixes where instead of the word experience as a click, page, change it to services, and then list out your services, not
Mhm.
pricing, not
Nope.
packages, just
Nope.
little tidbits of what you offer. Full service
Mhm.
planning, or in photographers, it's like full day coverage, engagement session,
Mhm.
drone, la la la, like boom, boom, boom. Look at all the stuff you can get in a custom proposal. And then on the first homepage, when we didn't understand who she was, instead of, like, the pretty words like love and happiness, be like full service planning and design.
Yeah, it's
And it's like,
super
"Whoa, I
clear.
know you're."
It's like it's like you're talking to six-year-olds. It's gotta be plain, and it doesn't mean that it has to look
6-year-olds
ugly.
meaning not our members, but, like,
Yeah.
the consumer doesn't know the ins and outs of wedding planning or weddings
Right.
in general.
Yep.
Typically, this is their first time getting married, and
Mhm.
they don't even know how much
No,
things cost.
totally.
So, when we broke down how I do my budgets for
Mhm.
couples, all of you were like,
I know.
"Wait, you told the client that they should spend $18,000 on a photographer, and then they ended up spending 22,000?"
Mhm,
You're like, "How
mhm.
did you even get to that number?"
Yeah.
1, I know how much photographers cost.
Mhm.
2, they fill out a questionnaire, and I know what aesthetic they're going for. 3, I know that they wanted to spend $450,000 on their wedding, and they want multiple day coverage. I'm not going to send them a photographer that's in that 3,000, 5,000, 7,000 range, because they want the higher tier photographers who position
Yeah.
themselves in that way.
Yep.
Does
Totally,
that
dude.
make sense?
Yeah, 100%. So and
Okay.
I've asked you personally in the past, like, "Raquel, been doing this for a long time. We've been working
Yeah.
together for a long time. Why
Yep.
am I not booking a $1,000 gig?" But it's super simple. I'm not showing that work, and it's a process. I'll get there if I really
Yeah.
want to do that. Like, I'm pretty happy with where I am at right now,
Yeah.
and the type of clients that I serve and stuff, right? But if I really want that, it's all about that longevity game of slowly getting there, whatever it is. Taking on, a wedding for maybe a little less price, but it helps the portfolio out.
Mhm. Right.
Who knows? But just to get there, it could be a process. It could be a
Yeah.
process.
It and what I was saying on our call today is, let's see, I think it was a planner who asked, Raquel, like, when you're sending photographers to your couples to take a look at, like, what are you sending them? And I said, simple, website and Instagram.
Yep, and I
That's it.
saw it. I saw it on
Only
your
send
sheet
that.
right there.
It was right there.
It's your website
Yeah.
and your Instagram. So,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, that's
Cool.
what planners are doing.
Website is for a little bit more information.
Mhm.
Okay. I want to know a little bit about you, services you offer, what
Yeah.
type of tier weddings do you do? Instagram, you know what people are doing? Scrolling like this.
Mhm.
They want to see your portfolio. Then they're going to go to
Yeah.
the eye catching one, and you better have a carousel.
Mm.
They want to see the story and
Yeah.
add some music. Get
Yeah.
them to feel.
Yeah.
I do have to say the last post that we made on Roke does not have music, and I was really sad that it didn't, like, I
Mm.
don't know, something happened with Instagram, there was no music, and I was like, I
Oh,
felt
no.
like, "Are people gonna resonate with these
Are they
photos
even
if
gonna
there's no
connect? Well,
music?"
we'll look at the data and see what it does.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's fine, but people want to feel. Everyone is really
Yeah.
sensitive with their money and the
Yeah.
economy, and yes, they have $200,000 to spend on their wedding, but they better be spending that each dollar is worth something. So, have
Mhm.
them resonate with your brand, tell the story, be very clear,
Yep.
and have a killer portfolio.
Totally. Ooh, I'm gonna ruffle some feathers. You guys ready? Is that okay?
Ready.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
not putting you on a hot seat or anything, but just in general. Okay.
I know I was shaking. If
Um,
you're watching live, I'm like,
yeah,
"Ugh."
this is mean Alex. Or is it mean Alex? I don't know. We'll see. All right. So is it maybe I'm old school or something? I don't know. But so since I know you, a premier wedding planner in our industry, sends out creatives, Instagram, socials, basically, right?
Mhm.
And It's interesting because I'll see some creatives on their socials. You said sensitivity, so it kind of like made me think of this a little bit. I'll see some people on there just wearing their feelings on this on their sleeve and just projecting out there on
Mm.
things like I'm going through this or I'm going through all these personal things right now. And so be patient. I'll get back to your images soon or I'll respond to your email soon. I'm just kind of going through something right now, or, just things in a way that puts them in a position of, like like personally, when I see things like that, I'm like, first of all, I'm like, "Oh, no, I hope this person's okay and I hope they get out of the funk or whatever it is." But then secondly, I think like, well, shoot, if somebody referred me to someone and they see me speaking like this, will I get the gig, or will they look at me in a certain way and think like, probably don't want this type of baggage on my
Mhm,
wedding day that I'm spending,
mhm,
200,
mhm,
300, $1 million on.
mhm.
Because
No, it's
what
so
if
true.
this photographer, this creative goes through one of those weeks or one of those days just prior to my wedding day and they got to get their stuff together emotionally, and there's
Okay.
okay, I could keep going, sorry, I'm being mean, but
Well, we get it, and I'm gonna give you I'm gonna turn it on me for a second.
okay.
I have to say, and this is like where we open the gates. There's no gatekeeping. There was a 5-week span of this season where I literally went through the most challenging 5 weeks of my career and personal life I ever have in my entire career, okay?
Mhm,
I was going to RSVP in Miami. I was back for 1 night. The next day I flew to Malibu. Then I flew back for 2 nights. Then I flew back down to LA for another wedding. And then I came back for 2 days. And then I drove up to Sea Ranch. And then I came back. And then we had to implement a rain backup plan. I had COVID for a few days in between. My daughter had COVID. My boyfriend had COVID. My daughter's dad had COVID. Literally all in that 5 weeks. What if I put on my out of office and was just like, "I'm really sick. I'm too busy for you. I am going through a hard time right now." That message, 1, to your current clients are gonna be like, "She's too busy for me, but my wedding's coming."
totally.
She's, like, really,
Yeah,
it sets a bad tone, and so I only put my out of office on from, like, Friday to Sunday, and then I was,
mm,
like, working full time. I never had a
mhm,
day off
yeah,
in 5 weeks, and you have to know that in the wedding industry, nobody really cares about your personal life and problems. It's their weekend, it's
unfortunately,
their day,
they just don't know
unfortunately.
you. They don't know you, they haven't invested their time with you, so they don't know you on a personal level.
Now here's the thing, we get really close to our couples, we work with them, we literally talk and text and email week after week for, like, a year and a half, 2 years, so
Mhm,
when you have that relationship with your couple, if you're a planner, it's different for photographers and videographers because you're not constantly talking to them.
mhm,
But if you're a wedding planner and you are sick, you don't have to blast it on the socials. You can tell your clients personally, "Hey, I am sick this week. You're really important to me. I do need to take a couple of days off because I literally like," and you can be fun with it. Like, "I literally cannot get out of bed. I'm so sick, but you're
mm,
important to me."
yep, yep.
Don't blast it to everybody.
I just don't think
You
yeah,
know, use your friends, your family, your therapist to get that attention
yeah,
and the need
totally,
that you
your close
have,
circle,
but don't try to get it from future couples and inquiries and leads. They shouldn't know your personal business like that.
right, 100%.
This is our opinion.
Yeah,
This is our
yeah,
opinion.
but hey, I mean, it's I don't know, just been seeing a lot of that lately. That's all I'm saying. You said
And
sensitivity, and it just kind of jogged my memory on something that I saw recently.
yeah, couples are sensitive. Couples want that level of hospitality
Yeah,
that is so much more now than it was 5 years ago and 10
they
years
expect
ago.
more. Yep,
They want white glove service even if you're, like,
good.
month of, partial, 6
Mhm,
hour, like,
mhm,
they expect the best because they
yep,
want their dollar to feel valued.
totally. Yep, 100%. Wow. Okay, cool. Sorry, that was I went off on a little rant there. Had nothing to do with anything, but, but that's what we're here for.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
And we were also just on the call talking about, like, the flow of planning.
Mhm.
Um, this was a huge, like, wedding planner call, I think, which was nice
Yeah.
because last week was very heavy on photo and video.
Yep.
But our wedding planners in the group were asking specific questions on, if I use aisle planner or how I run Roke events. And what's cool is when you're a legacy member, like I literally shared my screen and I went into the legacy program on the wedding planner side and I was like, all of these templates that I just showed you that I use are ready to download all right here.
Wow.
So
That's great.
it
That's
just I
awesome.
think it was a huge value add. The planner who asked, she just joined, which is awesome, and she didn't really get
Mhm.
to that part of the course and curriculum yet,
Yeah.
so it was
Yeah.
really nice to show her and the other planners in the room what we
Yeah.
offer on the planners.
It's fun to see those eyes light up too when they see something and it starts to, like, kinda get the wheels spinning a little bit, so that was fun to watch.
For sure,
Heck yeah.
for sure.
Well, sheesh.
Yeah, I think next week well,
Mhm.
we're gonna take a break next week because we have
That's
a
right.
girl retreat,
Yep. Yep.
uh but I think we're gonna get into sales
Sales.
and a little
My
bit
favorite.
more of how people can set them up for success in this engagement
Yeah.
season.
Because I feel like it's such an important topic and everything's changing right now. So I think like, the way we respond to initial email or an inquiry, it just doesn't work anymore. We have to
Yeah,
do more. We have to do more to stand out. And, you know, it's going to make some people feel uncomfortable, but I think sometimes we got to get on a phone, a text, sending a video, whatever the heck it is, to show
really,
that, "Hey, this person is different, or I'm gonna remember this person because they took the time to send me a video, and
right.
then we'll show you how to do it and stuff," right? And it's amazing. And then given that it's almost like you're giving them that sense of white glove service immediately,
Yeah,
because it's very personalized to them, not just an email and
yeah.
sending
So we're gonna break
pricing.
that down next week.
We're gonna break it down.
We're
Yep, 100%. And then also
watch the socials. We're going to
yep,
have an exciting announcement that we it's an add-on that we included in Legacy. So be on the lookout for that.
yep,
Also, we are in Palm Springs next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and so look at
mhm,
our styled shoot, and would love for you guys to attend in the future. We're planning on doing 3 next year up in wine country. That's been a huge demand to come back to Napa Valley and
w
Sonoma, so we're
yeah,
working
nice.
those details, and yeah, this was a great call. Thank you so much for joining, everyone.
Yeah, thanks, guys. See you on the next one.
See ya.